Hey, how you doing, warriors? This is Shogun again with another video. As you know, got my button, got my hat, always representing Herbalife because Herbalife is my life because it saved my life. So this video is about what I've been experiencing when it comes to my mentorship. Now, when I say that, I mean that because of my 24-day challenge, part of that is doing one-on-one consultations with me just to a lot of people use it to vent. A lot of people use it to just say what's really on their minds and get it out there. And most of the conversations are about them not being happy, either with their relationships, with the money they make, or their health. There's always a contributing factor. And I've been doing this for years. I've been counseling people for years online and also face-to-face if they're next to me or if they live around me. And there was something that I discovered years ago that changed the lives of, I would say, 75% of the people that got the concept. And this is the concept. You right now are not happy where you are because you forgot that you were a champion. I'm going to let that sink in for a while. You're not where you are right now because you forgot you were a champion. This is from birth. Let's qualify that. When you were a baby, there was nobody that was going to say no to you because you were going to cry till you got what you wanted. You were going to yell, scream, and did what you had to do till you got fed, till you got changed, till you got picked up, till you got shown love, till you got what you wanted. There was no way anybody was going to stop you and say, no, you can't have that. As a baby, you wanted it, you fought until you got it. Hands down. Along the lines of getting older, your parents, your friends, your babysitters, whoever, kept telling you that you can't have something, that is not for you. Don't touch that. Leave that alone. No, no, no. You can't. Blah, 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 blah. So what happens is, as a baby, you pick up the word can't. And then you allow yourself to live in a place where maybe you're asking for too much. Maybe you're being greedy. Maybe you want stuff that you shouldn't have. And that's the case with a lot of people. I would say 99% of the population has grown up adopting those idealistic bullcrap thoughts. So it is my job to let you know that you are and always have been a champion first. And when you get back to that state of infancy, where you did not understand the concept of no, not, or the concept of limitations, you will begin to understand that everything that you're not happy about, you brought about yourself by accepting the negative ideologies of those people who cared about you. And it's not their fault. They didn't know any better. They were just following what was taught to them when they were kids. You can't have this. You shouldn't do that. Blah, 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 blah. So what I'm saying to you is simply this. If you were to fight for what you wanted with the uncompromising mentality of a newborn baby, you would be so much happier. You would understand that everything that you want in here, that's locked up in here, you can have it. You can make yours. All you have to do is not settle for the no's and you can't have, and it's not the right time, and blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff that's all around you all the time. And this is how you begin to change. start realizing the people you're hanging around. If you ask them how they're doing, and they're like, I'm just glad to be alive. If you ask them how the day is, oh, I'm just glad it's over. I get to go home and watch TV. If you ask them anything remotely close to how they're doing, and they give you a negative answer, and then they want to keep on talking about it, and it's the same conversation day after day after day after day, chances are you're having that same conversation with other people. Because the people you hang around are the people you grow to become. And then when you grow to become those kind of people, that becomes your comfort zone. And you don't want to leave your comfort zone. No, you like going to pity parties. You like complaining about everything that's happening in your life. You like it when they go, yeah, I know, and now it's my turn, and my foot fell off, and my car is not what I want it to be, and I don't live where I want to live, and my kids are retarded, and shucks, shut up, okay? If you're watching this video and you're saying to yourself, that sounds familiar, chances are you're saying those things to other people. You ever, and this is another way you could tell if you're that person. If you ever met somebody who's super positive and they start speaking how good they're doing and how great life is, and you catch an attitude, you're that person. Trust me on that. Because you're so used to talking to people that have the same stories of failure and hatred and dislike and all this other stuff, that when you meet somebody that's different, that is lively, that is unaffected by the blah, 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 you will understand that you have to change something about yourself. So you have to immediately stop hanging around people that you are having those conversations with. Not that you don't like them. I was going to say you don't like them. Not that you don't like them, but if you want better, you have to hang out with people that are going to feed that need to be better. Or like that, feed that need to be better. I'm gonna write that down. So get away from negative people. Second, you want to start reading. I know it's hard. Not that you can't read, but you don't want to read. I didn't want to read. I still don't, but I do. Oh God, I hate to read. But after I finish a book, I feel so much better about myself. Like, yes, I accomplished, because I hang out with people that read, and I don't want to be the dumb one in the crowd. That's just simply what I don't want. So I have decided to read, and I'm getting better at liking it. Baby steps is, if you're the kind of person that always listens to music, delete some of those tracks of garbage music, whatever it is, and put in a book or two, an audio book. I'm a big fan of Zig Ziglar. I'm a big fan of, Grant Cardone. Oh my God, the greatest guy in the world. Who else? Les Brown. He's always in my head. When I'm driving, that's like my time to feed my mind. So I listen to audiobooks when I'm driving, because it's kind of hard to read and drive at the same time. Kind of don't want to get into an accident. Call me crazy. But that's the second part. Get rid of negative people. Put good stuff in your head. The third part, probably the most important, is to, no matter what, always and every day, every minute of the day that you can do this, think about the person who you want to be. In other words, if you want to be the CEO of a company, then in your head, have stories in your head about you coming to work as a CEO with great people that work for you, who adore you, who would do anything for you, because you're that kind of employer or business owner that cares about them, and they care about you, and you developed that kind of synergistic way of life in your organization. Think about the money that you're going to be making by helping people reach their goals. Think about all of the things that you want in your life: the better relationship, the better car, the better house, the better money, the better What do you fill in the blank? Once you start visualizing who you want to be, the subconscious mind makes ways for it to become a reality. Because what you're using is your universal mind. Now, the universal mind is no more than your subconscious mind. In that you can attract and manifest anything you want. Because what happens is the subconscious mind takes that vision that you put in it, develops a plan of action for its attainment, and then gives it to you. So, you ever wanted something and you forgot that you wanted it for, let's say, 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden an idea pops in your head that, hey, I need to call this person, or I need to join this business, or something got in your way that gave you kind of a chill? Well, that was the universe telling you that that's the path you should be on to attain the goal that you forgot about. So, the third lesson is visualize who you want to be. Keep that person in your head, and every day read, and every day kick people to the curb that are not about something. And if you just follow those 3 steps, I guarantee your whole life is going to change. Especially when you start reading, because that's going to open up so many avenues of thought, of processes, of getting to the real you. Now understand, the real you, the real you is still in here. It's locked up. You haven't released it yet. But reading, talking to the right people, meditating on who you want to be will actually allow the real you to manifest into the world's reality. Okay? So, get busy, man. Just do what you have to do. And in short, this is really not short, remember when you were a baby. Or rather this, remember, and I'm sure you've done it, you've seen a little kid, let's say 5 or 6 years old, that maybe you were in a restaurant, McDonald's, wherever you were, and this kid kept on crying because they wanted something, and the parents kept saying no, and the kid kept crying and crying and crying, and you're like, that kid is spoiled. No. That kid did not adopt, now I gotta start working for this, that kid did not adopt the philosophies that you adopted of lack of limitation and of not being able to have something. That kid still understands that the universe is made for them, and they want what they want no matter what. So when next time you see a kid that's crying, that's like 5 years old or more, understand that kid is going places, because that kid will not take no for an answer, will not hang around bullcrap friends, and already knows the person in here is already manifested. Alright, so if your kids are so-called spoiled, that's a good thing. This is Shogun. I hope you got a couple of laughs, but I hope you learned something. If you did, please comment, share the video. My videos are not normally this long, but I really felt passionate about this particular subject. And understand that you were born to win. You were born to succeed, and you were born a champion and a warrior. You just adopted some bad habits from some people that were around you. That was it. Listen, carpe diem, my friends.